This is day 8 of visiting 13 different castles and staying in them overnight and showing you what's inside of them. This is not Chateau number 8, this is Chateau number 7. We stayed here last night. I loved this bread and breakfast. We had a fantastic time, but now it's time to go to Chateau number 8. Is that it? Yeah, number 8. Let's do it. We are 1 kilometer away from Chateau number 8. We had a massive rainstorm as we were driving. We had a car that was crashed on the side of the road. We were delayed and we had to take some farmland roads that were beautiful. But now it's time. Ooh, it's a mile away. It's a kilometer away. You can see it in the distance.
So you can already see a medieval looking wall that maybe covers the entire property. That would be crazy because that's huge.
All right. Ooh.
Ooh, a little archway.
Oh, this is great. The sun just came out
pretty.
just for us right now. Oh!
This is very different than what we've seen before. I love it.
We're going through the arch.
I think we're okay because it says parking's that way.
Okay, I'm driving through it.
Okay.
This is beautiful. I want to
Take
drive
a break.
into there.
No.
I want to drive in.
No.
Oh, sad.
Follow the rules.
Look
It
at
says
that.
no vehicles are authorized to enter here. That's what it says.
I don't speak French. We're going.
No,
We're
don't.
driving
Please don't.
through the second arch into one of the most beautiful castles I've ever seen. Here we go.
This is huge.
Oh.
Well,
Look at this place. It is like a little private courtyard. Did we just enter the multiverse? Did we just go through a portal into a different dimension? Wow. Just for fun. We haven't done this with any property yet. It's so beautiful that I want to see what it looks like and show you what it looks like, our reaction of driving back out of the place.
okay.
Ooh, it looks amazing.
So good. I love the red doors.
Oh, those big wooden doors. I bet we close those tonight so nobody can come in and we're in the private castle. This is amazing. The word that I kept using as we were pulling up in my mind was speechless. Like I couldn't think of what I wanted to say about this chateau. The good news is we actually have the owner of the castle, which I love it when we have that, and she is okay being on camera. This is Alice, and she is the owner of the castle. Tell me the name of the castle, because I'm really bad at French, and so I always butcher the names. And then also like what year it was built and what the type of architecture it is.
So it's a Chateau de la Rivière.
See, I couldn't have said that. That was beautiful.
So the castle was built in the beginning of the 17th centuries.
Okay, so I love this about this chateau because some of the chateaus, you can tell they've been modernized. If we ever owned a chateau, I would want to do what Alice is doing, where whatever the time period that it was meant to be, you keep it in that. So this is 17th century. This is when it was originally built, and they're doing their best to have the decor, the interior, the exterior still fit that 17th century vibe and architectural style. Okay, so this is the entryway right here. It is grand, it is amazing, but there are 3 or 4 rooms that we're going to take a look at, and I'm happy that we get Alice to tell us a little bit about it. Okay, what is this room that we are looking at now?
This is the biggest room in the chateau. It's a living room, private living room. So we keep it for us.
For you guys, okay. This is the first boat that I've seen inside of any of the castles. I mean, this looks like they've got cannons on cannons on cannons all the way across here. So the decor is cool. You've got a wooden ship inside of here, and I do love it when there is a piano. This looks like it's an older piano. Do we know the year of this or around what time? Is
Actually,
this?
it's the beginning of 20th century. So
It's the 20th century,
well,
but still, that's a long time ago, right? Oh wait, yeah, 1900s. This guy right here is the guy that built the castle.
Exactly, yeah.
This is his son over
exactly.
here, and then this is that guy's son over here, and then we bounce back to this side, and there is the other son. 4 generations, 1, 2, 3, 4.
In this room, we have a billard. And this is very interesting because all the guests wants to go and to play.
You know if you have a real castle, if you have a French billiard room. And here we are, this is the billiard room. There are 5 rooms inside of this chateau that people can rent out as if it's a bed and breakfast. And that's what they do for most of the year, for a lot of the year. And this is a room that you have access to play billiards. We have learned a lot about billiards on this trip. We've seen in Arnaud's castle, he had a billiard table that was so big that they had to build it inside of the room, and it's been there for years, and it didn't have any cups on the side of it. A red billiard table Seems to be something very common in chateaus because it's based off of the period. Was this tapestry in here?
This was here.
This was here before.
Yeah.
I wonder how old that is.
It's very old.
I bet
400 years. Could you believe
400
that?
years?
Ouais.
Wow. Because we've seen some tapestries. In one of the castle we saw where it was these blue colors and then the edges were red because they had drapes over it for years. And the sun will just come in and turn this. I bet those colors were beautiful a few hundred years ago, but time flies by on tapestry. So the tapestry came with the home.
Exactly.
Did you renovate anything else in here physically, or is it all
No,
pretty much
when we bought it 16 years ago, it was in this shape.
Right now, we are in the private side of the castle, which we don't get to see the private side of it that often, and if we do, we typically don't get to film it. So one of the cool things is this used to be a chapel. I'm not gonna show you the whole room because it is their home and they have some of their personal items in here, but this room is a circular room, and the thing that I wanted to show you, one of the interesting things about chapels back in the day is if you look up here, there's what looks like a window, but it's really dark. It is not a window. The person that lived inside of this castle, this little window looking thing led to their bedroom. So the priest would come through this little secret door right here. Look at that secret door. The priest comes inside of here, comes in, does the mass, and if the dude in his bedroom was just not feeling up to it, didn't want to get dressed, felt a little too lazy to go to church that morning, you could listen to the sermon through that medieval intercom system. Sometimes I'll stay home on Sunday when I don't want to get ready and I don't want to shave my face, or we had a late night, and I will click the button and turn on Zoom and kind of watch church for the hour long. But that's the Zoom of the 1700s. All right, Alice just walked us all the way over here to the dining room. One of my favorite things about the chateaus is that every room is unique and has different colors. We've got like this grayish blue on the wall. It seems like every castle we go into, it's like one red room, one green room, one gray room. There's a room that she doesn't show to guests when they stay here, the old kitchen, that she's gonna show us right now. So let's go check that out. Did you build these dog statues based off of the two dogs that we saw, or is it just a coincidence that they look like that and you try to get dogs that look like that?
We tried to get this sculpture to match with our dog.
Okay.
We just bought this 1 month ago.
1 month ago?
Yes.
Okay. That's great. It looks like it's been there for so long.
Exactly.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, I love seeing the unrenovated places of the castle is my favorite. Look at this. Oh, what are we looking at here? Look at that fireplace. It is huge. Oh, that thing looks a little dangerous there. Are we looking at the original bakery inside of here? And not laundry room, but this is the kitchen back in the day.
Exactly.
Did those metal sphere things come with the castle?
No, we bought it.
Oh.
We bought it, sorry.
That's okay. This is the kitchen. This is the old 1700 kitchen. And it turns out when they bought this chateau, the renovations that people did years ago took away from the uniqueness of this and took away from that historical vibe. And so the current owners came in here and they ripped out the wood paneling. They ripped out all the cheesy stuff that didn't really fit the 1700s. And now the plan for this room is to keep it a little bit more bare, to keep it down to its roots so you can feel the essence of what it was like in 1700. And I support that. I think it looks really cool. And I always mess up my numbers. 1700s, 17th century equals 1600s. So I apologize to all of you that are castle experts that are watching this video and you're like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's true, I mess up with my numbers all the time with those. But this fireplace where they made, probably threw the coal inside of there, made some bread, maybe made some pizza inside of there. This is really cool. I mean, it's kind of nice that you have a castle that is so big and has so many special, unique things about them that you can leave part of it looking historical. The government of France has given this some sort of historical designation, and as part of that, this chateau is open 40 days a year where they do tours. Even if you're not going to be staying inside of this chateau, if you ever need to do a tour, there are some days that you can come and do a tour, and I think sometimes they'll bring you on a tour of this room so you can see what it looks like in the 1700s. 1600s, 17th century. Leslie's nodding her head. By the time we get to the 12th or 13th chateau, I'm gonna figure out these numbers. But for now, I'm not so great at it. 1628, is that an 8?
Exactly.
I think that's an 8. 1628, so Leslie is right for correcting me many, many times. 1628, 17th century. Thanks for the thumbs up, it means a lot. As she was showing us around the different rooms, I asked her a question about something that I didn't think would be very significant. I actually didn't even ask a question. I just made a comment. Hey, I loved seeing the canal out back. Then she told me one of the most interesting stories that we heard on this entire Chateau series. On day one of this trip, we started driving from Versailles, the famous castle and gardens, which is just outside of Paris, but is 60 kilometers away from here. It's kind of funny because Louis XIV used Versailles as his bachelor pad. He loved those gardens. But the problem was the fountains in the garden were so large that they didn't have enough water to run them all at the same time. So they would turn it on and off as the king would walk past these fountains. And King Louis XIV did not like that. So he commissioned a project for a canal to go from here at this castle, starting in the backyard, to go all the way to Versailles so that they could have enough water to turn on all of the fountains. Thousands of soldiers worked on this project, and sadly 22,000 people died while building this canal, and it was never completed. Maybe people already know this, but what did they actually finish? Do we know from this map how far they finished? Now I'm so curious.
This map is a project for Louis XIV, and they start to build this huge canal here. Here, 30,000 soldiers make it, but they stop it maintenant. Maintenant, they are a huge, huge castle. Very, very nice.
That's the spot. It looks like they got almost, maybe 50%, maybe 40% of the way there.
Yeah.
And where is this castle?
We're here, La Rivière.
This is the very beginning of the canal?
Of the canal, absolutely.
This is a historic place right here. We're the beginning of the canal.
Exactly.
I feel like they probably have some sort of movie about this canal. That could be a pretty good movie with the soldiers and everything. Love it. Right now we are going up to the bedrooms, and she said she reserved the best one for us tonight. Let's check it out.
Oh my gosh, so pretty. Wow.
Ooh.
So, like I told you, Louis XIV wants to get the water from the L'Eure to Versailles for his fountains. So when they start the project here, he came to the Chateau de la Rivière and he sleep in this bedroom.
Oh, no way.
Yes, absolutely. It's why we call this bedroom La Chambre du Roi, the king rooms.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
impressive.
Yes, it is.
Louis XIV. I wonder how many nights he stayed here. Probably more than one.
Yes, because we are 13 hours by horse from Versailles.
He probably stayed here for multiple nights. We're not only staying inside of a castle that Louis XIV stayed in, we're staying in the room that Louis XIV stayed in. That's impressive. She just told us, hey, if we don't like that room, if we don't want to stay in the room that the king stayed in, then she'll show us another room just so we have options. But no matter how beautiful the next room is, which it is blue, I love this room. It's really nice. I'm staying where the king stayed last night. But here is another one of the guest rooms, and wow. Yes, I like this. The king did not stay inside this room, right?
No.
Psh.
No.
If it's not good enough for the king, it's not good enough for me. No, honestly, this is gorgeous. This guy right here, D'Aligre, is a name. I think I said that pretty close to being right. This room was his room. That family was so kind and charitable. They helped build hospitals, they helped fund schools, and they helped people in the community. And so when the revolution did happen and somebody from their family was captured, they were chopping off the heads of a lot of people back then in the revolution. And at one point, they were going to chop off his head and somebody said, no, they're too kind. They're too charitable and too nice. We're not going to do that. So he was saved because of all the years of kindness and charity to people in the community. And so this castle generally just has really good vibes because the people that built it and lived in it for the majority of this castle's years, that family generation, were good, kind people. And that goes a long way. So good lesson to you all. Be kind to people, be charitable, and good things can come to you and you can likely keep your head in the revolution. Now is the time to ask the two questions that we ask every castle owner. Where would be the best place to hide inside of this castle? Do you have any type of hidden
To be hide,
room?
I think it's the door you find in downstairs. I think.
Okay,
The best.
secret passageway, I'll
Secret
take it.
pass.
I've been saying for like 7 castles already. I hope we can find a secret passageway, like a door that enters somebody. And now, we finally found one. What's inside of some of these buildings? I mean, you have this long building right here. Maybe it's like the lawnmowers, maybe it's for the farmland and all the materials and all that stuff, but it turns out it's none of those things. It's something way cooler. Whoa, that was a big bee. Okay, this room right here, go in the comments right now. I'm gonna have you guess what's inside of this room. Give me your best thoughts of what it is. Go ahead, pause the video now for 7 seconds and leave your comment of what you think is inside of this room. I don't know why I'm standing here for 7 seconds waiting for you to do that. All right, I hope you actually did it. We're going inside of this room. If you left a comment and said that room is going to be an indoor swimming pool, congratulations, you were correct. Thank you, and hit that like button right now because they've got an indoor swimming pool inside of here. Personally, I didn't see that coming. This was the last thing I thought that I would see inside of this building is an indoor swimming pool, and I love it. If I owned a castle and I could have an indoor swimming pool with a diving board over there, you know I'm gonna do that. So yeah, what a room. Great use of space. All right, Leslie's gonna go off the diving board right now. Maybe don't. Swimming pool is awesome, but there's also something that is historical that is on this side of the home. Right now, I guess they had a leak up in the top, so all the scaffolding was put in today to fix the leak for a guy to climb up there. But around this corner, there's this door right here, and look up to the top of it. This is a circle all the way around, like we've seen in some other places where they have, what do you call that? No, that's a tower. Yeah, a tower. Thank you for that technical term, Leslie. Today I learned something really important. First of all, I learned two things. I learned, one, how you can tell how rich somebody was in the 1700s, 1600s, and I also learned why there's so many pigeons around Paris. This may or may not be the full reason, but the first one is totally true. This tower right here is a home for pigeons. Well, this is, from what I understand, a giant pigeon house and impresses a lot of visitors to this chateau. So come on inside, my first ever pigeon house I've been in. Welcome to the pigeon house, a giant pigeon house. Do you see all of these holes up here? There are 900 different holes. Each one of these is an individual home that would be the home for 2 pigeons. At its max, this could have 2,000 pigeons living inside of here. All of these holes go all the way around, all the way up to the top. Unbelievable. There's a few other important things about this place. First of all, there's no pigeons inside of here right now because here's what happened. After the revolution, the country somehow banned pigeon houses. All the people that had the chateaus just shut off their pigeon houses and sent the pigeons free. So there's my speculation. I've always wondered, and Leslie's always wondered, why are there so many pigeons in Paris? Seems like they're everywhere. Maybe there were so many pigeons because of all these pigeon houses, but once they lost their home, they had to go find somewhere to live, and the people were in Paris, in the big city, so they went there to get some free food. That could have been it. So that's my speculation. A few other interesting things. This is about 6 feet tall. They made this tall enough so that rats couldn't get up into the homes and steal the eggs, and also foxes couldn't come in here and like eat the birds or steal the eggs. So that's one thing. The main purpose of the pigeon house is on the floor. This is a poo collection machine. You wanted to have poop. There wasn't a bunch of fertilizer that you would get from the fertilizer store. You would come into here and get your own poop. You make your own poop and the birds would make the poop for you. Supposedly, the owner was told that in 1 year, with this being full, the pigeons would generate 21 tons of poop. That's a lot of poop. 21 tons. You scoop it up with the feathers also, and those would be used in the gardens. And so the bigger the gardens, the bigger the property that you had, the more pigeons that you would have to have because you would need more poop for fertilizer to take care of the grass, take care of the gardens. There's a lot of grounds. It needs a lot of poop. That's why this is a big pigeon house. The next important thing, eggs. You can eat the eggs. And in order to get the eggs, how do you get them from way up here? Well, here's a ladder. This ladder moves. Can you see that? I was blown away. This thing moves. You climb up, you collect all the eggs all the way up. Boop, 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 boop. Genius. This is amazing. And then of course the third thing is sometimes people would eat the pigeons so they could use it for meat. So that's another thing. You got pigeons in here, you got meat for days. One of my favorite places, I'm gonna consider this a hiding place. We have a secret passageway. We also have a pigeon house. Those are the 2 different hiding places. You and I both just learned a lot about poop and how poop is good and pigeons are good. And if you have lots of poop, that means you're very rich, at least in French terms. Come on in to my guest suite. Not just my guest suite, this guest suite of King Louis XIV. I slept amazing inside of here. I slept like a king, as they would say. This room is maybe my favorite in the entire place. It does feel very stately, king-like. Couple of things that I need to point out. First of all, the wood floors. That's how you know this is a good castle. You hear some squeakiness in the wood floor. The wood looks like it's the original wood from so long ago. This is the 2nd level of the building. There is a 3rd level, and look how high the ceilings are. Yes, that does mean that you're going up more stairs, but when you have a stairwell like the one that we saw out there, you might as well just lean into it and have high ceilings and make the stairwell bigger. Maybe I'm wrong, Leslie, but I haven't seen a staircase as majestic as the one inside of this place. Right now, I am touching the front of the castle. Let's see how many steps it takes me to get to the back of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 steps to get from the front to the back. We've got a nice marble fireplace, and this is a functioning fireplace. I love this room. I love this chateau. It had the best bathtub of any of the chateaus that we've been in so far, which is a huge bonus for Leslie. She loves taking a bath every single night. You've seen our bathtub back home. It's like her favorite place. Every night she takes a bath there, and on this trip, about half of the chateaus have had a bathtub. This one is the most bathtub-looking bathtub of all the bathtubs.
Breakfast looks amazing as always here in France. I love this room.
Let's see what we've got here. Coffee machine, teas, lots of waters, not in plastic containers, in glass containers that actually has the name of the chateau on them.
They're like fresh strawberries from the garden, you can tell. They're like
Fresh strawberries?
Yeah, they're like the tiny, perfect ones. And the glass, the presentation is everything here. I love it.
Croissant.
Croissant.
The tradition continues of having amazing breakfast every single morning inside of a chateau in usually a room that is incredible. I mean, these ceilings have to be 16 feet tall with tapestries on the wall. The paint color is beautiful. I really like this room for breakfast. Okay, time to eat. It is morning and it is gray outside today. It's not raining, so that's a plus, but I want to show you what it looks like going in the front door, going through this little entryway, and then you open up this door here and you come into the most grand backyard that you've ever seen. Unbelievable. It goes all the way back up across the river, across the canal, up into the very, very back. This is all of their property, and they've done a ton of work to make it look as beautiful as it is out here. The current owners have done an incredible job of making this special. Oh my goodness, I can see the fish down in there. There are some big fish down in there. Also, I don't know what's on this side of the building. We did not tour it, but I do know that the second level window has a cat that just hangs out up there and meows most of the day. He was there yesterday, he's there now. Just going meow, just like that. That's how cats meow, if you didn't know. Okay, this one is a first. That is Alice. She is the owner. You saw her in the video so far. She is in a hurry to get out of here. They have another property that they own, and it just got broken into last night for the second time. She needs to go talk to the police and see what was stolen or whatever. So we were just about to do the G-turn. Just about to do it. So this is what she said. They both said they would do the G-turn with us. They have a spot for it, but they said, you please go do it without us. You can definitely do it. We're gonna have Leslie do it because she has never done the G-turn. Are you okay with this, Leslie?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Leslie's gonna do the G-turn. It's understandable. Somebody broke into their place and stole stuff and the police are there. That's an acceptable response for not doing the G-turn with us, but let's go.
Tell me how to do it.
All
I'm
right.
always on the
She's never done
outside.
this. All right, so the wheel needs to stay straight.
Okay.
There are 2 paddles. There's a paddle here, there's a paddle over there.
Yes.
On the back side.
Yes.
You're gonna choose which direction you, oh!
What's wrong?
Oh no.
What's wrong?
We might have broke my phone.
Oh, no.
How good is my cell phone case? We are about to find out. Oh no. Oh, we're still good. We're still good. We're still good. It's much lower now. Maybe the wind won't blow it over.
Okay.
Hold it steady.
Okay.
And push on the
And then
pedal.
hold the wheel. Go.
This worked. Oh, we're doing it!
Okay.
Keep going. Yeah, we got this.
Oh my gosh. That was so fun.
How would you rate that?
That was faster on the inside than I thought it was going to be. It felt a little dizzying and it was super fun. I can see
That's
why
great.
people smile afterward.
How about that shot? It is incredible. Right now the camera is inside of one of the arches, which is so cool to drive through. There's 2 different arches that enter this property. Leslie, what is your favorite thing about the chateau?
Definitely the owners of this chateau. They have put so much heart and work into this castle to preserve it as it was in the 17th century. So the fabrics that she chooses, the decor, everything that goes into it, they are making it totally, truly period piece, which is amazing.
So my favorite thing about this place, the canal. absolutely the canal. I never heard of that. Maybe a lot of you have heard of this Versailles fountain thing, but I just went this morning. We went and looked at the canals. There are fish inside of them swimming around.
Big fish.
And the canal, it curves around from the river and goes around the property, and then I love that it goes completely straight. Okay, what surprised you the most about this place?
I couldn't believe when we opened that red door, I really thought it was just gonna be another space or something where they put like storage things, and we open it up and there's an indoor swimming pool. Like, never would have thought that in this 1600s castle that you'd have now a beautiful swimming pool.
My most surprising thing, I had no idea that the size of your pigeon poop determines the size of your bank account. This property had a lot of poop, 21 tons a year of pigeon poop. And the way that they go around to get the eggs, that was amazing. I love learning new things. I feel like that should be an entire video around the history of the pigeons in France.
It's so interesting. Each of these castles have something that we've walked away learning something, and it just makes the property even feel more special.
The one thing we would put into our dream castle from castle number 8 could have been the pigeon house, the indoor pool, or the Louis XIV bedroom. But I'm getting sentimental in my old age, and I'm thinking back to the time we had the jerry-rigged statue in our backyard at our last house. I want matching statues of my dog in front of the castle. We have 9, 10, 11, and 12. 4 more. I'm good at math. We have 4 more chateaus coming up. I know what's coming up next. I usually don't. The one that we're filming for number 9 is not a chateau.
No.
It is more of a palace.
It is the largest castle we've stayed in, and we even asked to get there earlier because to film it is going to be a little challenging.
It is going to be incredible.
The time we have.
We are literally staying in a palace, and we're the only ones staying there other than the owners, and they'd never let people stay in there. Whew. Get ready to have your mind blown on the next one if it hasn't been blown already on these. Thank you for watching all these videos. If you haven't watched the other 7 chateaus and our beginning video that explains why we're even doing this trip, go back and watch it. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're out. Let's go.
Let's go.